Welcome back to the Off-Grid Homestead. Tom
and Tammy's
Off-Grid
Homestead.
Episode 52.
Strong heart, flaccid flow, a skid steer issue.
No driver lift, fast and simple.
Solution.
Takeuchi skid steer. The hydraulics were dead. The machine would not move. Oh, I got it all torn apart. Alright. Searching high and low on the internet, troubleshooting, and the way it died, I originally thought it was a fuse. I went through, looked at all the fuses. All the fuses look good. So I removed see it? I removed on the other side. It's the same on both sides. You got 1, 2, and then the same on the other side. 4 bolts. I removed the 4 bolts. And I went through and I checked, visually checked all the fuses. All the fuses look good. And I went in the back. I disconnected. I tightened up the fan belt. The fan belt was loose. And then I had disconnected the battery. The battery's down here. Disconnected the battery. Gotta reconnect this back up. Once I removed the 4 bolts on the inside of the cab tips back. Once you tip the cab back, you have access to the back side of the motor and all the hydraulics. Fuse panel access is right here on the back side of your starboard or right joystick. One by one, I pulled each fuse out. Little fuses. You see that? And I visually inspected them. Alright, and I didn't see anything wrong with any of the fuses. And then I messed around for a couple more hours and I couldn't find anything. So then I took my multimeter and I switched it to the ohms and then to the sound mode. I went through all the fuses again after visually inspecting them and then spending a few more hours on the machine, and then for some reason I had this bright idea to go through and check the conductivity or whether or not the circuit is complete on each one of these fuses. And I got to this 20 amp fuse and nothing. Alright, when I touch these, see, it makes a sound. Nothing. So I replaced that fuse. I gotta get another 20 amp fuse. I'm gonna close up the skid steer. You gotta make sure your high speed continuous throttle is in the forward position. This is a Takeuchi TL12. If not, the cab will not close. It will come down and hit the lever. When you're working in that engine bay, don't count on those hydraulics to hold that cab up. On the back of the machine, you have, see that flange with the holes, and then on the back of the cab you have flange with the holes. Put pins in those. After checking continuity of all our fuses in our Takeuchi skid steer and finding one fuse which was blown, visually it looked good, but once we checked the continuity, we found that we had one bad fuse. We replaced that fuse, and now we're going to connect everything back up and we're going to start operating the machine, see how it works. Okay,